platform that helps fundable Web3 companies run fundraising campaigns. And welcome to the Have a Blast Demo Day, where startup founders pitch to multiple investors at once. So today's event, we are having a demo day crafted specifically for startups building on the Blast ecosystem. And we hope to see some really promising projects today. By the way, isn't that such a clever name? Have a Blast Demo Day on the Blast ecosystem. Anyway, I think it's clever. So before we begin, please don't forget to join our Deal Flow channel. We have it up here on the screen on slide 3. So here, actually, we have our QR code. If you would like to join the Deal Flow channel where you can see these projects and more showcase themselves, and perhaps you could see them for investment opportunities, then please do join. There will also be a link in the chat for you to join that way as well later on, in case you can't, pull out your phone and scan the QR code right now. So yeah, be sure to join it. We have a lot of great projects there, and we'd love to have you there. So anyway, let's move on. Today, we're joined by an amazing lineup of investors. We'll be joined by Gate Labs, Founder Heads, WW Ventures, AquaNow, Funfair Ventures, and more. Also, we'd like to thank our partners and co-organizers for their support, particularly BlastUp. So BlastUp, thank you for making this event possible for the Blast community to know more about humans and to join the event. We really, really appreciate it. So would you like to take the mic for a sec and just share a bit about BlastUp?
Yeah, for sure. Hello, Jan, and thank you for these kind words. We're definitely happy to be part of this event and happy to provide this ability to projects to tell about themselves for such great investors. So BlastUp, we now the biggest launchpad on the Blast ecosystem. So more than 7 proofs with 7 million raised dollars for BlastUp launchpad for now. And our great mission is support projects. That's why we strive to organize and participate in such events and give for projects opportunities and abilities to raise capital, do great ideas, connect them with good advisors, and so on. So that's pretty much it. That's why we motivate to do it very often, and I hope that's not the last event that we do together. I'm looking forward to do more in following month. So yeah.
Once again, thank you for making this possible. Thank you so much. So now let's go ahead and get into the format here. So founders, you'll have 5 minutes maximum to pitch. Please respect other people's time. Everybody gets 5 minutes. I don't want to, but if I have to, I will have to stop you. I'm sorry, nothing personal, okay? So anyway, you'll have 5 minutes to pitch. Then you'll get 5 minutes of feedback and questions from our judges. So here are some tips for our judges, by the way. During the pitch, you can show a raised hand emoji if you'd like to share feedback or ask any burning questions. And don't be hesitant to raise it during the pitch, because actually that lets me know that after the pitch is done, you have a question so that I can call on you and give you the spotlight. So please raise your hand if you have a question at any point of the pitch. Also, if you like the pitch and you want to chat more in the future, you can find the Calendly links for each founder in the Zoom chat as they pitch. So you don't even have to wait until the end of the demo day. You can just schedule a call right as they're pitching. That would be totally awesome. So, and lastly, we have a quick tip for our viewers. If you're watching us online via the live stream, just click the startup name and you'll see its deck. On the bottom of the bar, you'll also find a button to request an intro to your favorite startups. So with all of this out of the way, let's go ahead and get the demo day started. Wow, let's do it. So the first pitcher today is DeFi Builder, the WordPress of Web3. offering Web3 builders the tools to cheaply, quickly, and securely launch DeFi applications on countless blockchains with no coding required. DeFi Builder, the floor is yours.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, and we see the deck too.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me here. My name is Daniel, and I'm here to present DeFi Builder to you. With DeFi Builder, we're trying to offer Web3 development to everyone, and we're doing this through cheaply and quickly and securely allowing them to launch DeFi applications on countless blockchains with no coding required at all. As Ian said, we're trying to develop the WordPress of Web3, essentially. The problems that we had when we joined the Web3 market is that while trying to develop projects, the costs were extremely high for hiring development studios. When we had to go through freelance developers, we had very low security and some of them had quite shady intents with our development. We faced very long timelines, even for very simple applications that we wanted to develop. And we needed certain skill-specific developers that we couldn't find for some protocols that we needed to develop. And this is why we created DeFi Builder. At the moment, we have DeFi Builder AI, which is an AI smart contract generation platform. It allows users to generate Solidity smart contracts, to compile them, to audit them through our AI auditor, and then ultimately to deploy them onto several blockchains. Upcoming, we have our modular builder that's going to allow them to deploy ERC20, ERC44, ERC721 tokens, and many more. Multiple DeFi modules, and most importantly, also front ends. And it's going to allow them to customize front ends and get them deployed without having to do any coding at all. We will also have an AI wizard that will connect them to the specific modules that they need towards their idea. And they will have a management dashboard that allows them to modify certain features, remove certain features, or add further features in the future. And lastly, we're working on a module marketplace that's going to allow third-party developers to join us on this quest and deploy modules for our platform that they can sell to users. As of now, as far as traction goes, we have over 1,000 founders across various blockchain groups that are owned by us, and we can use these for beta testing, for getting feedback on our app, or as initial customers. We have 1,500 followers and 300,000 impressions gotten through organic means from hackathon victories, blockchain partnerships, and various campaigns. We have over 9 hackathons that we won in the past 6 months, and this equals to about $45,000 in winnings. And we have 7 LOIs with major blockchains, the biggest one of them being Linea at the moment. So far, we have 500 contracts generated on our platform and 400 deployments on our ERC404 token builder. The team that we have has been working for the past 4 years together to craft various projects. So far, we have 3 major ones that have raised over $4 million on launchpads and that have managed more than $80 million in TVL across the various projects. And we are currently participating in the Blockchain Founders Group Accelerator with DeFi Builder. As far as the supported chains that we have 15 EVM blockchains, including Blast, of course. And we are also working to provide support for non-EVM chains, especially on our AI service. As far as the roadmap goes, in Q1, we launched DeFi Builder AI. We did the integration on over 6 blockchains. We released our AI auditor and our ERC404 token deployer. And in Q2, right now, we're working on the V1 of Modular Builder. That's going to be focused mainly on modules for tokens, pre-sales, DX, farms, investing, including front ends. So basically, all of your token launch fundamentals, so we can cover those initially. And in Q3, we're going to work on the module marketplace that's going to allow, again, developers to join us and develop further modules that are going to be audited by our partners and sold to users. As far as competitors go, the biggest one that you probably know about is Third Web. But what really differentiates us is that we utilize artificial intelligence, modularity, and front-end customization to offer an all-in-one solution that anyone can use to get their project to market with no technical knowledge. For current revenue streams, we have deployment fees, and these are less or more expensive based on the type of deployment that they're doing. So if it's a token, it's less expensive. If it's a DX, farms, lending and borrowing platform, is going to be more expensive. We also have royalties for every single module. And upcoming, we're going to have platform subscriptions. These are mainly to manage the cost for the infrastructure tooling, so for front-end hosting. And it's going to be standard $20 to $50 per month for less popular projects. And we will have an enterprise option for projects that scale a lot more and will need more infrastructure tooling. And lastly, for the module marketplace, we're also going to have a fee of 20% for each sale that the developers do through our own marketplace. Lastly, we're also doing a pre-seed raise at the moment of $300,000 at a valuation of $3 million. This is going to give us a very easy runway of 15 months with much better scalability of our development team, marketing, and all of our legal infrastructure than we need at the moment. That's about it. I hope I was in the time frame. And if you want to ask any questions, please reach out to me.
Awesome. Excellent pitch, Daniel. All right. Do we have any questions for Daniel about DeFi Builder? Any comments?
Yes.
Great pitch. Oh, go ahead.
No, please, Sebastian. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, really well done. That was one of the better ones we've seen in a while in terms of like, being concise and getting it all out in a timely manner as well. Hey, let me ask you a question. And I don't mean for this one to be adversarial in nature, but I've looked at a few of these kind of like dev tool platforms, and I guess like what do you think about like the long-term viability for like monetization here? Like, do you think this is something that like maybe ends up being a feature of something larger, or like what's going to keep people paying for a service like yours? Like maybe if we look out a few years or whatever else. Now, maybe that's kind of tricky in the dev world these days, but just kind of curious. I've talked to a few folks, and that's kind of the direction, who are builders, and they kind of direct us in that direction. But obviously dev tools are big in Web 2, so just love to get your thoughts on that.
Sure. So actually, I would personally look at a few years in the past and the things that have happened so far, and even this year concurrently at the moment. The biggest things that have always worked and brought the most value to blockchains are typically forks. So a project like this is perfect for that. Even if you look at Solana at the moment, for example, the biggest assets that are bringing the most value to the blockchain are essentially tokens with no features at all. In our case, we can offer multiple features, front ends, and various other things that they can add to them. And we're also future-proofing it by giving the possibility to third-party developers to join in and craft new modules, add new technologies that are trending on certain blockchains, so we can offer them to every single blockchain that we support. So yeah, at the same time, we're working on the forking side, so allowing people to deploy very simple stuff really quickly and cheaply, because that's what sells the most, while also keeping in mind the people that want to do more complex projects and they need more technical things without having to do coding. Hopefully that answers it.
Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to unmute there. That's a great answer. I'll look to circle with you for follow-ups. Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Next, we will do Alan because he has his hands up, but I saw that Diego also had a question, so we can get to him next. Alan, please.
Thank you. Hey, Daniel. So I see in the deck you mentioned AI in a few places. So I wonder what's your team's edge to develop AI better than other team? Because nowadays there's quite a few projects mention AI, integrate AI into their product.
Sure. So I have seen a few projects that have tried to integrate AI. A lot of them did not actually train it. So most of the projects were just directly pulling information from ChatGPT and OpenAI without doing any personalized training for it. That's kind of the differentiating factor right now. We would like to scale this more. So right now, this is a great tool for developers, in my opinion, to craft their initial smart contract code. And then if they want to do some modifications, they can do them manually. So it's more of a speed up tool for the AI side at the moment. In the future, we would like to have our own LLM, train it as much as possible. And the whole infrastructure that we're imagining, along with the module marketplace, is basically aimed at feeding as much smart contract information as possible into our AI training module. So we can get much better and better results as time goes on. But at this point, the best streamlined version for users that I see is modules that are audited, and our AI wizard matches the user's prompt to modules that are already fully secured. So that's where I see the future right now. Down the line, in about 5 years, I think we could get to code for smart contracts that is fully secured and generated by an AI model.
Got it. Thank you. By the way, good presentation.
Thank you very much.
All right. And we have time for one last quick question from Diego Lara.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Daniel. Great presentation. I'm just curious about your exact business model.
Sure.
Are you planning to implement like a token onto this structure, or is this purely like a SaaS, or how do you plan on moving forward?
Yeah, so we are thinking about a token, and we already have some mechanisms that would be integrated into the platform for that. My main thing as an entrepreneur is that I want to make sure that the service can sell just based on the idea, right? Because what a lot of projects fall prey to in the blockchain is that they launch a token prematurely. So before they validate their idea, their service, and they get some sales, they launch a token. The token gets a lot of attention because narrative sells a lot in crypto. But at the end of the day, they're going to have a token that survives for a short period of time. And maybe the users that they get for the token are not going to be the same ones that end up using their service. So at this stage, at the moment, especially for the next 1 or 2 months, I really want to focus on sales and getting the initial product out. And then we're going to focus on a token launch if all of these turn out very well.
Okay. And regarding the token, it's probably very early for that, but what game theoretical designs have you thought of in terms of implementation?
Yeah, so a lot of this can be brought down to burning mechanisms. These can be very easily done through the platform. So if users utilize our token on the platform to deploy tokens, smart contracts, front ends, subscription models, anything else that we have on the platform, they will get a discount by using it. And in turn, we're going to burn a specific amount of the token so we can get more tokens out of circulation and the holders can have a more secure position on them. That's one of the main mechanisms that we will probably use on the platform. And furthermore, others can be added as well.
All right, we have to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for your presentation and the great questions. Once again, if you would like to book a meeting with Daniel, please do so using the link in the chat below. You can see the pitch deck and you can book a call with him. It will be awesome. Do it.
Thank you.
Of course. It was nice to have you. Thank you. So now we have to go on to our next pitcher. It is Cybro, an AI-powered earn marketplace, a CDFI yield aggregator. Cybro, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ivan, and I'll start with Cybro. So what problem are we solving right now is that there are a lot of Web3 users, there are non-professional crypto investors, and they want to earn with DeFi. But they don't do it, or they cannot do it, because they get lost in all those protocols. And although there are lots of them, they face poor UI. They cannot understand their return on their investment, and they are not aware of the risks they are taking. And this is why they're only using staking, or maybe sometimes exchanging on DEXs and SEXs. And this is why we have a solution for them. And our solution is Yield Aggregator 2.0. It has all those DeFi vaults as other players do, and we combine them with some CeFi strategies. And the main core feature is the AI Copilot for strategy selection, but not only selection, and for building the strategy and implementing it. Also, we create vaults for point and gold farming on Blast. We also have transparent fees in comparison with others. We have seamless on-ramp and off-ramp functionality, etc. And our current status is that we have launched the token pre-sale in April, in the first decade of April. We have already raised 600K since the 5th of April, and we have about 2,700 token holders. There are some whales, like more than 5K of deposit. There are many of those who have less than 100 of deposit. Anyway, there are different kinds of investors that some of them are gonna be our real users. Also, we have an active community of more than 5,000 people in Twitter, in the Telegram chat, and on Discord. And also there is a waitlist on the website, and already 2.2 thousand people joined the waitlist, and they sometimes don't intersect with the holders of the token. So speaking about the roadmap, next month we will have our first release ready. It will gonna have some vaults and exchange. It will be like the basic structure of the Earn marketplace. But later this year, we're gonna implement 2 core features. It's the one-click investment feature, which will allow users to invest in a set and forget tactic, where they just invest in the CeFi strategy and according to their risk score, and just earn the passive APY. And the second feature, the core feature, is the AI broker feature, which will allow users to communicate with the platform in a chat-based style. And the AI broker will create not only the selection of the vaults where he can invest, but also create the strategy itself specific for the user. And then after that, we plan to go omni-chain and implement some more features not connected with only with yield farming. There are 9 people in the team at this moment. There are 2 co-founders and project leads. I'm the project lead responsible for the product and for the business development. I worked for the crypto payments company for over 2 years. My co-founder, Alex, he's a technical lead. He was a developer and the founder in the Near ecosystem, and we worked with him for almost 2 years, actually. So we're a pretty mature team. We have some developers in the team and an SMM manager, and we also have 2 design teams that are currently outsourced, and they're developing the D app and the website for us. And we're looking for a smart contract developer and a backend developer at the moment, so we will get bigger. Our token, the utility of the token is bound to the usage of the platform, so it has a long-term long-term value, and there are discount on fees which the user can get for holding the token, and also there is a cash back in tokens for using the platform. So there's a kind of utility that is bound to it. And we are looking for an investor. We have a token offer for the investor, but not only for money, because we are looking for smart money investors with partnerships and with an ability to help with TVL. And we offer the price for the token minus 30% to the stage 1. At this moment, we are on stage 4 out of 10, and we will go. The token generation event will happen in September 24, so in about 4 months, and the investor can get up to almost 9x to his investments. We see the private round sale at about up to 700,000 and at a valuation of 7 million. Well, the others, everything else is written here. And if you want to talk more, please visit the website or contact me in Telegram or visit the documentation website. Thank you.
Excellent pitch. And I really like the end where it says, thank you, bro. That's clever, like Cybro. Awesome. All right. Do we have any questions or comments for Cybro? All right, then. It's no problem. If you would like to book a call with Cybro, with Ivan, then please do it. The link is in the Zoom chat. You can also find the pitch deck there. So don't hesitate if you have any questions. I know that sometimes the investors can be a bit shy, which is totally fine. So feel free to book a time with him. And yeah, it'll be great.
Thank you.
So on to the next pitch. Of course, you're very welcome. On to the next pitch here. We have mid-contract. Money loss prevention for service companies, freelancers, and their clients. Mid-contract, the floor is yours.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Andrew, CEO and founder of Mid-Contract. Mid-Contract is essentially an escrow payment solution for clients, agencies, and freelancers from all service industries. Escrow is basically a virtual vault where clients put money to guarantee the payment for the future delivered services for freelancers and agencies. So taking a step back, we've been working in the entire industry for more than 10 years, being both freelancers and an agency, and we've been losing like a lot of money every year. This product was lying on the shelf for years. Right now, we know that there is basically no true escrow service available for the whole service industry. There has been an escrow that has been developed for the tangible goods, for the e-commerce, and that's why like such products as Alibaba.com has been successful for a decade right now. So we're targeting everyone working in the service industry, which are like IT companies, marketing, design, all the gig workers. There are 2 large cohorts in this industry. So one of them works through Upwork, Fiverr, and similar large marketplaces. Those are like hundreds of millions of people. They suffer from 2 things. So first of all, they have like really high fees on marketplaces, and then they don't have like too much of an escrow. So there is just one contract that is available with an escrow service. And then there is no crypto, there is no localization. Everything's very slow. And basically you can't do anything with the money that is lying out on escrow. So Another cohort is basically 90% of the market, which are everyone who works post-payment through the banking system with general contracts, and you can't enable the escrow for the service industry through banking system. It's not designed like that. It's just impossible. So what we've done is that we've put all the service industry contracts, which are very typical, like per task-based, milestone-based, hourly-based, etc., on the smart contracts. And now anybody can basically enable a very typical for that industry service contract, which is currency agnostic. So you may actually pay in either fiat and crypto, and then the other party can receive money the way they like. So this way we ensure that in almost every contract, so the payment is going to be released providing the terms are met. So this is about guaranteeing the future payments, because we are solving the problem of non-payments, late payments, or just partial payments, which happens everywhere and all the time. So this is how interface looks like. Another great thing about this service is that we took all the data from the platform, and we're trying to create the DAPIN professional passports, which mean that right now you can practically lifetime own all your reputation. So if you're a Java engineer, we want to showcase how many hours you have worked for this or that company, what tech you have used, what tool set, and how successful you was. So if you take the marketplaces, so they're in closed ecosystems, so you can't do anything with your reputation on the marketplaces, and you can't prove much from your work done outside the marketplaces, unfortunately. So this service is specifically designed to unpin everyone from marketplaces and just ensure that the rest can practically, ensure that they can, let's say, connect with LinkedIn and instantly prove their reputation. So we're using blockchain specifically for DAOs as well. It's very important because beside the payments, so we need to create the dispute resolution system, and this is where we use blockchain as well. So basically, the DAO is going to function as an American jury system, where you can pick kind of random people from the whole ecosystem and allows them to be a part of a solution for any disputes. They're going to be the token launch this year. So next week, we're launching a massive point system with hundreds of quests and rewards. There is a Telegram application that's going to be launched as well. And then there is a revenue share affiliate program. The token is going to be launched later this year in October. We are having the tokenomics ready, and there are quite a few investment rounds that are designed around it. So the token utility is very practical. There are dozens of cases built for the product. So we're trying to embed the token very deeply. Sorry, the roadmap is pretty large.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Can you please tell us your terms?
So the terms is terms are flexible. So we have the VC, we have the seed round open right now. So the product is at the very late stage. We're launching the MVP in July this year. The beta was launched in February on Blast blockchain. So you can see the terms here, and we do accept the checks both from angel investors and VCs.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that. All right. Do we have any questions or comments for mid-contract? I have a comment. I think it's awesome because I actually used to freelance on Fiverr, and their commission is 20%.
Exactly.
It's astronomical.
Yeah. That's a robbery in the daylight. So basically what we're trying to do is create a more affordable market. So our commission is 20 times less. And with the money that are idle in escrow, you can actually do whatever you want. So the clients putting the money into escrow can actually send them into staking and restaking and lending. So basically, even paying fees to our service, which is our major business model, you can still have a payback. So you can not only return all your commission through staking and lending, you can practically earn on top of that. So that's why the blockchain that is, beneath every contract makes the money flow very flexible. And that's why we can leverage the Blast.
Awesome. I absolutely love it. Giving freelancers and others more control over their funds. It's a strong project. I love it. Anyway, any other comments or questions? Okay, then. If you would like to book a call with Andrew, please do so with the link in the Zoom chat. You can also find the pitch deck there. Don't hesitate to book the call. It'll be great. So let's move on to our next pitcher for today. We have MonoSwap, a custom-built liquidity hub on Blast. MonoSwap, the floor is yours.
Hi guys, morning guys. I'm Frankie from MonoSwap. I'm the co-founder of the team, and yeah. So first, let's just give me a second so I can share my screen. Okay. So I guess that we're starting now. Okay. So what we're building is central hub of liquidity on Blast, an L2 with a native view, the first L2 with a native view ever in the world. Okay. So our design is going far more than just a traditional DEX. More than just a Uniswap prop, because what we are doing is to empower the Blast ecosystem with diverse array of innovative features and to provide the unparalleled flexibility for our users to control over the liquidity and yield for the MonoSwap users. Okay, so let's move on to the features. Right now we are having V3 and V2 AMM, and we're replacing the traditional farming pools with the INFT, which will allow everyone to create their farming pool with the customizable rewards. And otherwise, we also have the Mistral pool, which will be the inevitable part of the INFT. And after that, we have profit sharing in the dividends. So I can talk about this later when I talk about the Mono token. So otherwise, we also have MUSD. So this is a stable coin that will never down because it's 100% backed by the USDB from Blast. Blast already self-has a stable coin because yeah, it's earning 15% yield per year from the TBU protocols like MakerDAO. So we're adding an extra layer of yield to the USDB holders by adding part of the protocol earnings from MonoSwap and the redemption fee from MUSD to the collateral. So that's why I can say that people are earning 25% per year just by holding MUSD. MUSD is increasing in terms of price, not in terms of amount like USDB. So basically, it is auto-rebasing itself. So we have the Mono token, which is our protocol native token that can be used to lock, and you will get X Mono. It is an escrow version of Mono token, and when you plug the X Mono token into the protocol, you can earn the profit sharing in dividends and boosted yield for your farming pools. Okay, so here's our Unomix. So we have designed everything from the ground up, so that users, traders, and liquidity providers, and even the most active community members can earn yield from Blast and the airdrop from the MonoSwap protocol. Okay, so here's the how MUSD works. This is one of the most groundbreaking invention because we have incubated the idea about MUSD from the last bull run. So basically, we are just adding the MonoSwap transaction fees and the gas sharing revenue from Blast to the collateral, and it comes along with all the source of revenue from Blast. So okay, so here is this is how selling MUSD promotes price growth. So starting up, we have 4 USDB and 4 MUSD, and after that, our user sells out 75% of the supply, burning 3 MUSD and taking out USDB from the collateral. So after that, we just need to add another 4 USDB from the MonoSwap transaction fees, and now we have 1 MUSD equals 5 USDB. Okay, so here's the interface. So let's talk about the roadmap. We have already live on Blast mainnet for 3 months, and we have already released the V2MM and concentrated liquidity AMM along with the MUSD. And right now we're working on the customizable farming pools. So however, we have already released the Powerball. So just to mention again, we're the first leg on Blast with a native view and the lottery game for all the defense to make use of the areas defense. And after that, we're going to work on the limit orders and the before element just to bring the best user experience to the Blast users. Okay, so let's talk about the mono tokenomics. So the protocol native tokens is called mono, and this is how we allocate the mono tokens to different stakeholders. For the investors, we're going to allocate 15% of the mono total supply. And about the team, we only hold 5%. So I think that it will be a great deal for the investors. So about the mono token sale, in this meeting, I also have Stan from my team, who is the project manager. He will share everything about the mono token sale details.
Okay, in 30 seconds or less, please.
Okay, so like we're gonna do like a launchpad for mono in like a price equals very mode. So it's gonna be no hookup or like no limit for user to deposit. Its price gonna be determined by like the total deposit divided with 50% of the total sale of the token. And currently for private round, we like have 50% of the total supply. The starting price for the public sale gonna be at $2, with the full FDB at 2 million. Same with the private round. Like we can discuss with our investor for the vesting term. Okay, that's for the mono sale. So like currently we're in talk with like Rosella, CD5 and DWF Venture for our investor round.
Okay, so as Dan previously mentioned, we're already working with some big VCs in the space to prepare for a private round. So for the investor, it will be 15%, 50% in mono and 50% in X mono, which means that you can invest your X mono token into the mono for trading and other purpose, along with the 3 months cliff and 2 years of linear vesting. Of course, I think that everything can be modified when it comes to the private chat with the investors. So about the fundraising purpose, we're gonna spend 25% on the operation of the protocol, and 50% for the DEX liquidity, and another 10% for SEC listing. We're already working with some big tier 2 exchange like BitGet or Get or Mixi. Yes, we have the connection. And another 20% for the ecosystem growth, just to maintain the healthy partnerships between the stakeholders in the Blast ecosystem. And another 30% is for the product development to grow the team. We are a team of 10 with developers, marketers, and the legal and designers. Well, blockchain-based Vietnam Labs called BIM Labs. Okay, so I think that it's time to meet the team. We have Tony, the head of devs. He can work on different blockchains, including EVM chains like Ethereum and other L2s. And he can also work on Solana and Sui and other non-EVM chains. So this is me, Frankie. I'm the one who handle everything about growth and the control of the protocol. So we have Stan as the one who will stand behind all the airdrop programs of the Monoswap. And we also have David. He's the former game economist from GameLoft. And we also have Kazila, who work at the big tech in Japan. So I think that it's time to move on to the Q&A section, right?
Yes, excellent job. Thank you very much. We already have a question from Daniel from DeFi Builder.
Yeah, I don't know if I can ask questions. I'm not a VC, but I was curious about a few things. So as far as the source code goes, are you guys using Uni v2, v3, and then Sushi Bar for it? Because it's an idea that I had in the past as well. So I'd be curious to see if it works out for you. It'd be really cool if it does.
Yeah, to be honest, most of our courses are from Uniswap v2 and v3. But however, we added some modifications to make everything easier for our users, for friendlier user experience, because we have modified the fees for the B3MM to the as least as possible.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so because that you guys are seeing our latest invention, latest feature on MonoSwap is called MonoPod. It's the same as the lottery, the common lottery you're playing. So yeah, we have built everything from the ground up just to serve all the DJs from Blast.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yes,
All
and it's
right.
100% powered by PIT network BRF.
Awesome. Very cool. It's actually nice to have founders asking questions. Thank you for that question, Daniel. Very cool.
Yeah,
right.
and I think it would be awesome if I could tell you guys these things. So we have built MonoSwap from 0 to over 100,000 followers on Twitter within just 2 months. And you guys know how much we spend on the marketing campaigns. I guess that only more than $2,000. Yes, just to I'm quite confident to say that we know how to manage the funds.
Awesome. All right. I think we have time for one more question. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Going once, going twice.
Yes.
All
Guys,
right,
go ahead.
then. If you have any questions for Frank, please go ahead and book a call with him with the Calendly link in the chat. You can also find the full pitch deck there just to refresh your memory before the call. So anyway, thank you very much, Frank. It was awesome. Now let's go on. Our next one is InSafe, trustless on-chain protocol that automatically balances funds across yield strategies to maximum profit. The stage is yours.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Hey guys, can you hear me really well?
Yes, and we see the deck too.
Wonderful. So, hey everyone, I'm Vadim Makovsky, and I would like to tell you about the InSafe protocol. InSafe protocol is a trustless cross-chain protocol that automatically balances funds across yield strategies to maximize profit with the same level of risk. Sounds great, but what actually does that mean? So you definitely know how the deposit banking accounts with the real interest rate works. So vaults in Web3 are the same. So the problem here that if you want to optimize your profit, you have to choose from one of the options, or you have to manually allocate your funds across different strategies, or you need to rely on some other people and rely your assets. By the way, you need to provide tracking all the bridges and protocol you're trying to get money from 24 hours per 7 days. In fact, it's almost 160 million in stable coins are allocated in the less profitable vaults. It's almost 57% from all the market that just losing the profit right now. That's why. So our first product as a protocol will be a single USDC vault designed to balance assets across different cross-chain strategies using ZK proofs to ensure profitability and liquidity. Sounds a little bit weird, but works very simple. So you can see optimizer down the scheme. So the optimizer is the instance that always seeking the way for the best distribution of assets to maximize profit. If it appears, optimizer submits a raw data and request prover to build ZK proof. When done, prover submit proof to the debt manager smart contract, and that execute allocation if the proofs are valid. So it provides verification too. Behind this, each strategy contains its all weight, all calculated weight that based on the risk parameters, proof of profit, and assets movement cost. So risk parameter here, we need just to guarantee for the user can pull money back from any time he wish to do it so, just like matter of security. Proof of profit is just a secret sauce of the protocol and is the matter of unstoppable upgrades during the time. But for MVP, we will rely on the historical data of strategy profitability available on chain. But then proof of profit will be calculated based on the liquidity and mathematical logic wrapped in ZK proofs. So yes, InSafe It's safe is the real solution for losing profit problem. Focus it on the security and safety. So as MVP, we will have a couple of emergency actions like pull all assets back to Ethereum vault and approve each allocation to not to put money in the wrong place if something goes wrong. It's time to talk about money. And as you can see, the protocol on this slide, the protocol takes 10% as a performance fee. The most interesting things here that it spends 35% of own income for the own token buyback. Another 50% go to the in-safe fund that reinvest assets back to own vault. And please note it, I'll come to it a little bit later. It's rather important. Also, we need protocol to decentralize decision-making process. And there are a lot of reasons why we are doing so. In core of the protocol is the in-governance token with the staking backed by the protocol profitability. So on the slide, you can see my initial vision about the token distribution. And for sure, I have a lot of plans for the upcoming 12 months. But if in-safe fund will work as I planned, it can be backed of the stablecoin that can be launched in the future. And of course, Ivan told about the real water assets, and it's quite interesting direction of the further improvement of the protocol. Few words about the team. So I'm Vadim Vakolsky. As you remember, I'm a sole founder for now. I have rather huge experience in crypto. I'm multi-crypto currency wallet founder and CEO. I'm ex-CEO of P2P.org. I'm a very early Lido finance contributor. The last year, I'm working with ZK technology at the possibility to make it real and build the real product. The most challenging stuff for me is like proof in full Ethereum consensus, but it's still impossible because of the mathematics. So this is very raw idea. Actually, I'm going to attract new founders, so it should be technical and marketing guy. I'm asking for and looking for 500K for 6% of future tokens allocation. The funds should go to 60% to the team, 30% to marketing, and 10% for services and infrastructure costs.
All right, we have to wrap it up,
all.
Please.
Yeah,
oh,
thank
perfect.
you so much. Yeah, I just tried it. I want to be honest. I tried it with the time. Thank you so much for your attention, guys. Ready to answer all questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Daniel, we have another great question. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, as always, please stop me if I shouldn't be asking a question, but it seems very interesting. So you mentioned proof of profit at one point, but you also mentioned that at the moment you are basing yourselves on other platforms such as Beefy, for example. So what is the competitive advantage between you and Beefy at the moment? Why would users go to you instead of Beefy?
Very good question. Thank you so much for that. But the interesting stuff about Beefy, the Beefy just an aggregator. So it's just showing user that you can put money here or there, but they're not making the final decision. So what I'm offering, it's like the pure mass that making decision based on the real data available on chain that can be proved. And if it's so, the money will be moved to the right strategy. No one doing like this, even Beefy, even Earn Finance, and some other aggregators.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for another great question, Daniel. Now we have Alan Sheen, please.
Thanks, Ian. So you mentioned the user can use the token for some governance activities. I wonder what they are, because it seems like to me you manage the portfolio where you basically give the recommendation how those money can invest. So what you need the user to govern for?
That's a very good question. I came across like custom development for now, and the initial customer for this protocol can be the foundation of different protocols. So I mean that you maybe know a lot of like products like, I don't know, like Safe, Solana, some other guys, foundation of the product that contain an own stablecoin just for the services. They can share part of it over there. Some other DAOs can be the same. So I mean that I'm not think the distribution working well for the very beginning, but then it will be game changer. For now, I'm just more focused on the huge wheels, guys with big stacks, because even 1% of difference of incomes makes sense for them. That's my current idea. Maybe it can be changed in the future.
I see. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Good question. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the pitch. It was great. And guys, if you want to book a call with Vadim, please do so with the link in the chat. You can also see the whole pitch deck. So yes, please book the call. All right then. So let's go to our last pitcher for today. Not last but not least, we have Echo, building the first ever P2P cross-chain swapping platform with a Discord integrated bot. The floor is yours.
For the screen. All right, do you guys see?
Yes, we hear you and see the deck.
All right, perfect. So, hi, I'm Gabriel. First of all, thank you everyone for your time. So today I'm going to talk about Echo. So Echo is the first peer-to-peer cross-chain swapping platform that's fully integrated to Discord. Currently, the peer-to-peer swapping options are very limited. A lot of the solutions are actually existing, but they mostly work on mainnet, and nothing is actually working on layer 2. Marketplace fees are actually very high for OTC deals, which make them not really appealing. The demand is actually also growing because of the rise of layer 2. Chains such as Polygon, Base, Zora, or Arbitrum have actually been seeing a lot of NFT growth, and this is not looking to stop. But today we're not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about Blast. So Blast has already seen about $40 million of NFT volume, and it's now one of the fastest growing layer 2. There is currently no peer-to-peer swapping platform on Blast, and with all the incentives they are giving to developers and users, we feel like it's the perfect birthplace for Echo. So what is Echo exactly? With Echo, you can actually create a deal with any other user from the platform. Once you created a deal, we create a private communication channel between both parties, and you guys can discuss together the details of the deal. Echo will take care of the rest. We're also introducing a cross-chain capabilities, which will allow you to swap NFT from a chain to another without ever bridging. Echo is made out of 3 co-founders. JF, my brother, and I have over 10 years of entrepreneurship experience, and we've been in the Web3 space for about 4 years now. We're the tech guys behind Echo. Juan has been working on DeFi product for about 2 years now, and he's the creative mastermind behind Echo. Camila is also helping us with the marketing and community management. Our fee structures are very simple. We're actually charging fixed fees per swap. Since layer 2 fees are actually much lower, we're looking at volume to increase our sales. The cross-chain swaps will actually be charged a premium because of the innovative nature of the feature. Since the NFT marketplace is very saturated, we decided to focus on collection as a marketing vehicle. A few collections have actually been signed up with us and are looking to integrate Echo into their Discord server. We are not going to stop there, though. We're looking to expand to other EVM chains, but we're also looking to expand with different token types. We've been building Echo since the beginning of the year, and since then we've done significant development. We ran an alpha test on Ethereum mainnet for a few weeks, which went very smoothly. And now this week we're launching on Blast. We're also looking to release our cross-chain feature in early testing next month. We are launching a Blast today, but we're not going to stop there. We actually are looking to expand to other EVM chains and also non-EVM chains such as Solana. Today, we're looking to raise $500,000 for pre-seed investment to help expand our team, to fuel our growth, but also build our infrastructure on the company. That's it for me today. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to.
Awesome. Very concise. I really like that at the bottom there, you actually have the name of our event today. Very cool that you did that little touch. All right. We have Sebastian with a question, please.
Hi there. Thanks for the pitch. I'm kind of curious. Maybe a two-part question. Why did you choose like Discord over like maybe like a Telegram, for example, with respect to this? And like when you looked at both, you both have social kind of applications. Kind of curious to get your thoughts on that. And then I kind of had the impression that building like this kind of like DeFi type of applications for Discord specifically was really tricky. Given some of the rules that they had, like I thought that they had a certain stance that they were a little adverse to it. I could obviously be wrong, but kind of curious to get your thoughts.
Yeah, good question. As far as Discord, basically we looked at the NFT collections where actually the users are. Most of the NFT collections, they run NFT Discord channels, Discord servers. So basically we're integrating directly there so that they can have a marketplace channel where they can see the deals going and where actually people can discuss. And that's where the private thread are actually going to be created, the private channels. So that's why we decided to focus on Discord, especially because we feel like the community is there specifically for NFTs. As far as Discord not being super welcoming for NFTs, Web3 stuff, I agree, but we haven't been running into issues right now. Our app itself is not really doing much except creating threads and allowing people to chat. There's no like you cannot finalize the deal on Discord. You still have to go through the application in the end. So we haven't been running into problems as of right now.
Awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great question. All right. Do we have any other questions or comments? Alan Sheen, please.
Thank you, Ian. So just follow-up question. You mentioned Discord in your deck, and I wonder what's your uniqueness compared with other competitors? Because I see you mentioned like a low cost, low fees, right? Also some other feature, but it seems like I just want to try to what's in your mind, like what's your edge over your competitors?
Yeah, so the Discord part is actually a big one. We feel like it helps a lot in terms of security, since you're in a channel with other people that are actually also making deals. It's easy to vouch for other people. So we feel like it's bringing the security element. It's also something that people are used to. They're already probably on Discord, on the collection Discord. So we feel like this was the environment they're in. So we're not changing anything on any of their behavior. So that's one of the aspects we're differentiating yourself with. Also, like I said, there's nothing on layer 2, and we feel like NFT market in layer 2 is growing a lot. So that's something that's not offered right now. And the last thing would be cross-chain. So that's a very innovative feature that we have, allowing people to actually trade NFTs from a chain to another. That's something that doesn't exist right now. And again, with the rise of layer 2 fragmentation, we feel like for someone who doesn't necessarily want to go through the whole process of bridging assets or anything like this, they can go through a platform and make a swap from one NFT to another without ever needing to go to the chain actually.
I see. I would say there are other projects making cross-chain, swap and low cost. But just like for the communication part, it seems like it's a different from other project. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. If you have any more questions or comments for Gabriel, please book a call in the chat. The link is there to his Calendly. You can book the call and you can ask all your questions and, of course, talk about investment opportunities. So thank you very much for your pitch, Echo. And with that said, today's demo day is coming to an end. It is time to wrap everything up. So thanks everyone for joining us today. The judges, participants, viewers, everyone. And of course, we extend our gratitude to our partners from BlastUp, a community-backed and trusted launchpad for early-stage projects within the Blast ecosystem. Thank you again so much. It means so much to us that you partnered with us on this. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. And until next time, I'll see you at the next event.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
See ya.